Hello children, welcome to VDS Learning School. Today we shall discuss the second chapter, The Northern Mountains, from My Big Book of Social Studies, Grade 4. So here are the key words which are being covered in this chapter. The Himalaya, the Karakoram mountain ranges, the Purvanchal hill ranges, the Greater Himalaya, Himadri, the Middle Himalaya, Himachal, the Outer Himalaya, Shivalik, Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, Mount Godwin, Austin, K2. So we will discuss each of these topics in details. The Northern Mountains. Children, the Northern Mountains are the mountains in the north of India, which extend from northwest to northeast of India. In the map, we can see the Northern Mountains spread across the Indian states and union territories. These mountains are prominent sources for glacial rivers. What are glaciers? Glaciers are slow-moving river of ice and snow. And these northern mountains has vast snow field. Hence, the melting of the snow provides enough water during the dry season. And also these northern mountains acts as a barrier for the enemies. Since these mountains are very tall, it is not so easy for the invaders or enemies to enter inside India. Children, the northern mountains includes the Himalayan and the Karakoram mountains, the Purvanchal hill ranges. So all together is called northern mountains. Now we can have a look at the Himalayas. Children, Himalaya in Sanskrit means Hima means no and Alaya means abode or house. The Himalayas are in the north part of India. It is the highest mountain in the world. These mountains are covered with snow throughout the year, and hence when the snow melts, it provides enough of water during the dry seasons. And many rivers like Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra originates from here only. The Himalayas stretches from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. The Mount Everest in the Himalayas is the biggest peak in the world. So the biggest peak in the world is the Mount Everest. So we have heard about the people who have been climbed the Mount Everest. Like Tenzing Norgay, who was from Nepal, he climbed the Mount Everest in 1953. And from India, we have got the Bachindri Pal, who climbed the Mount Everest in 1984. Children, do you know how these Himalayas were formed? Any idea? Children, today India is located in the continent of Asia. We have got 7 continents, isn't it? But many millions years ago, this was not the case. All the 7 continents was made into a single continent called Pangaea. So this Pangaea was only called as a supercontinent due to the tectonic plates. What are these tectonic plates? Tectonic plates means under the earth we have got slabs or plates which are very big in size. And these slabs or plates move. But how do these plates move? They move due to the lot of heat and pressure which is being created inside the earth. When there is lot of pressure and heat, these plates start moving slowly. And the same thing happened. When there was lot of heat and pressure being created in the plates, this supercontinent called Pangaea was being detached or separated into two parts. Two parts were being formed. So, the part which was on the north side was called as Laurasia. So, the Laurasia was being made up of North America, Europe and Asia. Children, you need to notice over here, Asia is there. That time India was not the part of Asia. Okay. And the another part was there which was in the south. So, the southern part was called as Gondwana. So, the Gondwana was being made up of South America, Africa, Australia, Antarctica and India. When this Laurasia and Gondwana was being separated, there was a sea called Tethys Sea, which was a long, narrow and a shallow sea. In this sea, there were more sediments were being formed. So, these sediments were being brought by the rivers flowing in these continents into the sea. So, eventually what happened was, as I told you, the plates keeps moving due to the pressure and heat which is being created under the earth. So, this plate, Indian plate, it started moving towards the north. Okay, where we have got this Asia. So, Asia had two plates, a joint plate. This Europe and Asia was joined together and it was called as Eurasian plate. So, when the Indian plate went and collided or crashed with the Eurasian plates, then this sea, inside the sea which the sediments were there, they rose up eventually and formed the Himalayas. And that's how the Himalayas was being created. So children, it is very simple. Do not worry much about it. So Himalayas were just formed by the when the Indian plates collided with the Eurasian plates and the Himalayas was being formed. Just understand that much. Moving on to the next one. Himalaya consists of 3 parallel ranges. So what are the 3 parallel ranges? The Greater Himalaya, which is called as Himadri also, the Middle Himalaya, Himachal, the Outer Himalaya, Shivalik. Now we will study about these ranges in detail. Children, the Greater Himalayas, which is also called as Himadri, is in the extreme north. It is the highest of the 3 ranges. And these ranges are being covered with snow throughout the year. And throughout the year, and we find glaciers are also found in these mountains. So the highest peak in this range, that is in the Greater Himalaya, is the Kanchenjunga. Okay. Moving on to the Middle Himalaya or the Himachal. The Middle Himalayas lie towards the south of Great Himalayas. It is the lower in height than the Greater Himalaya. The mountain slopes are being covered with thick forest, and we find many hill stations like Shimla, Nainital and Darjeeling come under these region. The Outer Himalaya or Shivalik. The Outer Himalaya is located in the south of the Middle Himalaya. It is the lowest in height. And in this region we will find forest and many wild animals live in this forest. Next we have got the Karakoram mountains. Children, the Karakoram mountain is in the northwest of the Himalayas. Okay, and in this range only we have got the Mount Godwin Austen or the K2, and this K2 is the highest peak in India and the second highest peak in the world. So the first highest peak in the world is the Mount Everest, and the second highest peak in the world is the Mount Godwin Austen, which is also called as K2. So now we will see the life in this region, how the people live over here. The states which lies in the Himalayas and the Karakoram ranges are Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Shimla, Darjeeling, and some parts of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so farming is their main occupations over here. So how is the farming being done in a mountain area, children? Do you got any idea? Since in these mountains they lack plain land, isn't it? So the farmers, what they do, they cut steps or terrace along the slopes. So when they cut the slopes, what happens, and they form steps over there, what happens, it will slow down the speed of water running down the mountains, and this helps in conserving the fertile top soil. Okay, so this is only called as terrace farming. So terrace farming is nothing but cutting steps or terrace along the slopes, and over here they mainly grow rice, maize, barley and potatoes. And also some people are engaged in sheep rearing and wood carving. Sheep rearing means raising and breeding of domestic sheep for the purpose of meat, milk and wool production. Children, and wood carving means using the wood to carve or making designs in which we can make beautiful wall hangings, statues and all. Okay, so you can have a look at the wood carving, how it is being done over here. So in Jammu and Kashmir, so the next, how is the life in the Jammu and Kashmir people, we will have a look. So in Jammu and Kashmir is famous for apple orchards. Orchards are farms where we grow only fruits, and saffron cultivation. Saffron means this kesar. Okay, men and women in Jammu and Kashmir wear long woolen kurta called the piran and salwar. Okay, they wear a long woolen kurta, okay, which is called as piran. Okay, during winter they use kangri to keep themselves warm. Children, what are kangris? Children, kangri is a small earthen pot with burning coal inside it. Okay, when they put the burning coal inside it, what happens, they can't catch it like that only, no, it will be hot. Because of that, they will use wicker sticks. Wicker sticks are long and thin sticks that have been woven together to make a basket. So these earthen pots are being placed inside this basket. You can have a look at the kangris over here in the picture. Okay, and they keep the earthen pot inside these baskets, and they are called as kangris. These kangris are being used normally in the winter time, because the winter is very severe in Jammu and Kashmir. To keep themselves warm, they use these kangris, and the kangris are very portable, and it is almost like a moving heater, children. When we keep heater, what happens, we feel warm, isn't it? Likewise, these kangris keeps the body warm. and people over here drink kava, a special type of tea. Okay, this tea is being made with lot of spices, saffron. It is being made. So when they drink this tea, it will resist the cold. The body becomes warm and they can resist the cold climate of Kashmir. Okay, the most of the tourist attraction places are Srinagar and Amarnath. So you can have a look at the kava also over here, the tea over there. Ladakh. Children, Ladakh is famous for its beautiful sceneries. Okay, beautiful sceneries you can see when you go to Ladakh. And people in Ladakh, they wear thick woolen robe called goncha. So what are robes, children? Robes are long, loose fitting garments or dresses. Okay, which are normally made out of woolen. Okay, it will be very long. So when the men's wear it, it is called as goncha. Whereas a similar robe is also worn by the women, which is called as kuntop. You can have a look at this goncha and kuntop in this picture. And women's also wear colorful shawls. And in Ladakh, we can find double hump camel, which we can find only in Ladakh, children. Normally we have seen camel which has got one hump on its back, isn't it? But in Ladakh we are able to see camels which have got double humped on their back. And there are many places which we can visit in Ladakh is Leh Palace, Zanskar Valley, etc. Next we have got the Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is famous for apples, children, and men's over there wear embroidery caps. So those embroidery caps are called as kulu caps, whereas women's wear scarves, which is called as dazu. And in Himachal, a very important festival is being celebrated, that is called as Kulu Dashera. Children, Kulu Dashera is very famous because a chariot procession of Lord Ranganath, Lord Ranganath happens, which attracts thousands of people to see this processions. So many people come just exclusively to see the processions. And the most of the tourist places in Himachal Pradesh is Shimla, Dalhousie and Manali. Children, next we have got the Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is famous for basmati rice, lychees and plums. And some people weave woolen shawls, scarves and rugs. So the famous tourist places in Uttarakhand are Haridwar, Nainital and Mussoorie. Moving on to the next state is the Sikkim. Children, in Sikkim we find more of oranges, cardamom. Cardamoms are ilachi, and orchids. Orchids are decorative flowers, children. Decorative flowers which we see in these bouquets and all, no, very different flowers. Those are called as orchids, and in Sikkim we find these flowers more. The people over here wear baku. Baku is a very loose gown which will have a belt, so they can fasten the belt at the waist. And people and most of the ladies wear colorful jewelries which are being made out of beads. Okay, and the places which most of the famous places are Gangtok and Pelling. Now we are go on to the Purvanchal hill ranges. Children, Purvanchal hill ranges are in the northeast of India. Okay, and that's why it is also called as northeastern hills. These hills are not very big. They are being covered with thick forest. So we will see how is the life in these regions. So Purvanchal hills, as I told you, they are the hills which we find in the northeastern states. So the northeastern states are Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya. And people over here, occupations of the people over here is farming and weaving. They grow rice, maize, potatoes, gingers. Okay, and also they grow fruits like oranges, pineapples and bananas. Now we will see each of the states what is their lifestyle. So Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh is famous for orchards and orchids. Children, you can have a look at these orchids, these colorful flowers over here, and these are the orchards. The orchards are fruit farms. Okay. Apart from farming, they also do wood carving, carpet weaving, and they make bamboo and cane products. Bamboo and cane products are like these baskets, furnitures and mats which are being made out of bamboo. And the famous tourist places are Itanagar and Tawang. So now moving on to the Nagaland. Children, apart from farming and weaving, these people also do, in the Nagaland people also do wood carving and pottery. Pottery making is like they are using the clay to make vessels or pots and other ceramic materials. They are using it. So they make these pots or vessels using the clay, which is then fired at high temperature. This is because when they are being heated up, these vessels when they are being heated up, it increases the durability of the product and also it makes the vessel hard. Okay, so that is only pottery making. Okay, which is famous in Nagaland. The Nagas wear shawls of different designs. Okay, they have got different designs of shawls. Okay, which they make. And Kohima and Dimapur are the famous tourist places. Now we'll move on to the Manipur. Children, in Manipur, fruits like lychee, chestnut. Chestnut is also a fruit. Okay, walnut, papaya are grown in Manipur. And in Manipur also we can find many articles which are being made out of bamboo, canes, okay, and leathers. And the most famous popular in Manipur is the Manipur dance. The Manipur dance is the Ras Leela. Okay, and the famous places to visit is the Impal. Now moving on to the Mizoram. Children, in Mizoram, rose and fruits cultivations are being done, and some people also make silk. So how do we get the silk thread or silk saris? From the silk threads only we make the silk saris. We get it through the silkworm. Okay, and over here one important festival is being celebrated in the month of March. That is Chapchar Khat. This is a very popular festival, children. In this festival, the bamboo dance is being done. Where when they are performing the bamboo dance, the men taps the bamboo sticks according to the rhythm of the dance, and the women adjust their dance moves with the moving sticks, and that is only called as Chapchar Khat. Okay, and then children will move on to the Tripura. In Tripura, jute, rubber and bamboo are grown in Tripura. So bamboo is used for making handicrafts. You can have a look at the picture where they have made these baskets. So bamboo is being used to make baskets, mats, furnitures. They are being used. And people over here in Tripura speak Bangla. Okay, and Agartala and Unakoti are the attracts thousands of people over here. Okay, it's a tourist place. And moving on to the last one is the Meghalaya. People in Meghalaya, there are many tribal people over here. So the people of this state belongs to Garo, Kashi and Jaintia tribes. Kashi and Garo are widely spoken languages. And over here, one famous festival is being celebrated, children, which is called as Strawberry Festival, which was started in the year 2004 on 14th of February. It is a very famous because the main objective is to promote the poor local farmers who are cultivating the fruits in spite of hurdles faced by them. Okay, so they are only making it like a to promote these farmers so they can sell their fruits, and it is almost like a business promotion. Okay, it's a business promotion where all these farmers get all their fruits and they sell it, and so they can get the money. Okay, and then the famous place to visit here is Cherrapunji. In whole of India, in this Cherrapunji is a place where it receives the heavy rainfall. Okay, so this Meghalaya, this is all about Meghalaya. Children, hope you have understood Northern Mountains. So please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.